Hello everyone and welcome back to another GTA Online video. Interesting news everyone, it would seem that there is a likely chance that Rockstar Games are toying with the idea that they will allow the players to be able to create their own missions.
No, can't do that.
Oh no! Not jobs, but actual proper missions. Like the ones Madrazo send you on, like eliminate the target or steal the object, etc. Yes, that's right, Tez just announced that he found a particularly interesting file within the files of the game that is literally called Public Mission Creator. Now obviously we can't take this as confirmed details that we're going to be getting this new feature. As we all know, Rockstar have been well known for cutting projects, and I personally think that this would be another one of those things that I very much doubt we'll be able to use to the same extent that Rockstar Games use to make the compelling missions that we are treated to, and I think it will be a case of expectation versus reality setting in, and it might fly under the radar as a result. But before I go on to explain as to why I think that is, let's fantasize a little bit, let's have some fun. Hell yeah, we're getting a mission creator. We'll be able to recreate the events of the If Cops Had videos and make them into playable missions. I'll be able to make a mission where the players meet my character in-game and the Chromobile gives them like the mission details, and then there's like a turret section where you guys are sat on top of the Chromobile fending off hordes of stereotypical tryhards as my character is driving the Chromobile. Or maybe we'll be able to make missions where we get to choose what the players carry in their arsenal, and then we put the player in like unique situations, like they have to escape a location without alerting the guards, or perhaps we'll be able to make really custom stuff like horror experiences like Slenderman or Siren Head. Yeah, that'll be awesome. This'll be just like the days of old, where I would make loads of levels for Little Big Planet and Little Big Planet 2 with the roller coasters and the crazy contraptions. I've met a few of my friends that I still know to this day thanks to meeting them online in Little Big Planet. It's fairly common to meet someone online nowadays, but I was doing it back in 2008. Yes, the mission creator for GTA Online is going to be kick-ass. There's going to be no limit to the stuff we'll be able to make. Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be anything like that. Reason 1. Security. How many glitches have we found where we involve the usage of glitched or hacked missions to do stuff like equip blacklisted clothing that Rockstar doesn't want us to have, like the elusive cop outfit of old? Yeah, I can imagine the mission creator being quite sophisticated, and as a result there will be bugs, potentially game-breaking bugs. It's one thing to create a racetrack or a custom deathmatch. All we're really doing is just placing down triggers and props, but with a mission creator where you would have to involve loads of different logic and triggers, enemies, events, etc., I would imagine there will be quite a lot of impromptu programming the player would have to do to make this work, and I think it'll be a very likely outcome that someone will find some nefarious usage of such a system. This also kind of brings me on to reason 2. Complexity and storage. As I just said, it's one thing to create a custom racetrack or deathmatch using in-game props, but I think it's going to be a whole new world when it comes to mission creation. It's going to be quite in-depth when we start having to program in custom mission objectives for the players to complete. Hell, we've already ran into this problem when me and my Discord moderators were trying to come up with a new hip game mode using capture, where the objective was to sneak into each other's bases and steal a car without getting killed by the opposite team. I mean, it worked, but I specifically remember running into a myriad of problems trying to make it work as designed. Things like spawn locations would glitch out, vehicles I think stopped spawning in when they were supposed to be infinite, and a whole load of other issues caused us to kind of give up and jump off a cliff. Furthermore, if you were expecting the ability to make custom NPC characters have stuff like custom dialogue for your custom mission, there is a fat chance that you'll be able to record voice lines for such a thing. I mean, that would take up way too much storage space if they did that. A 5-second voice recording in an MP4 format would probably match the storage requirement for a mission of an entire racetrack with prop placement and triggers and etc. Not to mention the problem of having to censor out all of the voice lines that 8-year-old children are going to make using the N-word along with other slurs. So I very much doubt we'll be able to have talking characters in our missions. And you know those cutscenes that we get at the start of certain missions, or you know we have like an intro to the heist, we have a guy talking, etc. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to make those either. Unless maybe they add in something, I'll get back to you on that. We could have characters speaking through speech bubbles, but I think that would be pretty weird unless we do a thing sort of like the Yakuza series. So I'm really not sure as to how this will work out, if this would come to light, and my final reason as to why I think this won't really be any good will be a simple case of limitations. I very much doubt that we'll be getting access to locations that are normally off limits to the common folk, like the burning FIB building, the underground bunkers, certain interiors we won't be able to use. I mean, what kind of props we'll be able to use? I don't think we'll be getting any of the UFO or the alien stuff. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, I very much doubt we'll be able to make our own cutscenes for our missions unless Rockstar maybe makes some sort of link up with the Rockstar editor where you can make your own movies using the game's inbuilt recorder. Again, file sizes and constraints are one thing that Rockstar are going to want to keep at a minimum. Also, no voice, so yeah. I mean, what kind of customizability will we have for our NPCs? Will we be able to dress them up specifically how we want? Or will we have to suffice with pre-made models? Will we be able to give them special properties like weapons, particle effects, powers like super speed or invulnerability if we should want that? Logic, will we be able to make trigger zones to make enemies appear on command? Will we be able to program them to do special things like chase the player or patrol zones so that we could make stealth missions? Well, thinking back, there was this one stream that I tried to do where I would build a custom survival arena when that feature was added to GTA Online. I tried to make a sort of building top arena with bridges that I made using props, and it ended up being a complete waste of time, because we now know that NPCs just weren't programmed to be intelligent enough to use props as terrain to traverse the map should they need to. Will they suddenly be able to do that now without breaking the existing AI systems for the rest of the game? I very much doubt it, and it's for all these little reasons that I think that a custom mission creator for GTA 5 and hell even GTA 6 just won't really be a feasible thing outside of the use of modding, like what you see in GTA 5 modding websites, where storage constraints and a lack of tools is a non-existent problem. But let me know what you guys think. I'd like to know A, what you would make if there was no limitations if such a feature was added, and what your ultimate vision would be for a mission in GTA Online, and B, what kind of limitations you think that there would be, and what you would make that works around those limitations. Let me know in the comments, and I thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you around, guys.